And good morning, Cincinnati. I'm Bob Herzog.
And I'm Jen Dalton. And we thank you for joining us on this very first day of ARC Cincinnati.
There it is. First up, do you like the new set? Now, you can't see all of it. The monitor's sort of, sitting here, but the shelves include things that I'm no longer to put on display at my house.
Right.
Things that you had boxes in your house. Things that were up in the old Taco Tuesday headquarters.
I was going to say, most importantly, I think on this set here, you'll be seeing throughout this first week as we kind of show it off, are largely from you.
Yeah.
Things that people have sent to us, things have given to us, and we really hope to continue that. We're going to create a shelf that's specially
shelf.
oh, look, they're taking a tight shot of some of the things on the shelf. I mean, look at that. Some of these things, there's your Cincinnati Reds.
That is our T-Rex taco holder right there, which is incredibly important. But much more than a set. Let's talk about what this show actually is. It's more than all the things you see back here.
Yeah, so a lot of people have been asking, what is ARC? What does ARC stand for? Well, ARC is an acronym for Authentic, Relevant, and Community Driven. And that is to say that you're going to be a very important part of this show.
Yeah, this won't be the kind of newscast you might be used to. I hesitate to even call it a newscast.
Yeah.
We'll be asking you to share your thoughts on the trending news of the day. And let's be real, since the two of us are hosting this thing, there will be shenanigans.
Yes. If you don't like shenanigans,
this is probably
give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Give it a chance. But we get, this is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But we hope if it is, that you'll let everybody know about it, because this is your show more than it is our show.
Yeah, we really plan to involve the community in this as we continue on. But it's our first day. This is supposed to feel like, a chat between friends. We are starting each show with a segment we like to call What's Brewing.
Yeah, so grab a cup of coffee as we take a look at what's brewing in the Tri-State.
All right, so, today, we have to start with what is the biggest astrological event the Tri-State will experience for centuries.
Yeah, the premiere of ARC Cincinnati, a pretty big thing today. This is probably slightly bigger. It is Eclipse Day, and this might be one of the most viewed in U.S. history. So the path of the eclipse starts in South Texas and goes all the way up to Maine. It reaches the Tri-State at around 3 o'clock this afternoon. It is almost impossible to get an estimate right now of just how many people will be watching the eclipse, but around 31 million people live in the path of totality. We spoke to our buddy, astronomer Dean Regas, a little while back, and he says even if you see the eclipse at like 99.8% or something like that, you're not going to get the same experience as if you were in totality.
Well, it's the whole experience. It's not just the sun being blocked out. It's the whole sky. It's the whole vibe of it, because basically a shadow will sweep across the land. You'll plunge into this twilight where the sky turns an eerie purple silver color. The sun is gone. The temperature drops 15 to 20 degrees.
Oh, wow.
The stars pop out in the middle of the daytime.
Does it drop that much?
It is chilly.
That's wild.
And so it's one of those things that just it comes over you, and then it's gone and disappears just like that. And you're like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
Like it's really like a dream.
Okay, so here is the map of the eclipse path. How amazing is it that we are in it right here in this area?
Yeah, just a little bit of a drive if you're not already in it, and you can be there, whether it's you're in Harrison or you get out into Indiana, you're in Greensburg. I'm going to Osgood, Indiana, but plenty of spots. You get up into Middletown. Are you going anywhere, Jen?
I am. I'm going to Harrison.
There you go.
That's my plan. We'll see how the roads are, but that's the plan. But we got a lot of people up in Oxford. We've got people going to the Indianapolis Speedway, right?
Yeah.
Just think about that.
And
we are right in the path of this. People are flying in for this.
That Chelsea is in Dark County.
Right.
Like, come on. Like there could be a better named county for a complete solar eclipse in the path of totality than Dark County. And Tanner, our producer here on the 8 o'clock hour, I don't know if you heard this yet. In order to get there and make sure they weren't stuck in traffic with Chelsea out there, they slept in a tent last night.
Did they really?
Chelsea is in a tent, and she's going to get up and do TV today all day.
She's a gamer.
Yes, she is.
Right.
She absolutely is a gamer.
Well, seeing this thing in person is great, but for whatever reason, if you cannot, do not worry. Don't worry. You can watch on Local 12. Our teams, boy, are they ready and in place. I saw a lot of them this morning. They're already heading out, or like Chelsea already out there. They are already in place around the eclipse path. Our special broadcast starts at 2, and you can see Gummer's going to be up. Gummer's going to be with us here in just a few minutes on the show.
Absolutely,
we got Morella, we got Paige, we got all kinds of people out there that are covering it.
I was the most dad thing ever last night as I was grabbing every recording device that I own, old cell phones, cameras that I don't use anymore, and I'm trying to find chargers because I want to have as many things recording as I can in the hopes that I do one of them the right way.
Right.
Because that's one of the things is trying to figure out if you're going to photograph it, if you're going to record it somehow, how best to do that. And I'm just going to have like 8 different things recording and hope something
Now,
works.
don't forget to use that thing that Dean gave us.
Right, the little filter
to put in front of your camera so that you don't hurt your lens.
Just totally blow up my camera or something.
That would be bad, Bob.
So on Facebook, by the way, we asked you to share your eclipse plans. She's going to Harrison. I'm going to Osgood. Where are you going? Well, it's a party for Martha, apparently. So my house is in the path of totality. So taking off work and having some folks over for the experience, then some dinner and lemon, solar, blueberry, dark for the eclipse, cake for dessert. Wouldn't miss this event.
She made a whole experience out of it. Okay, Martha, if you're watching right now, I want you to send us pictures when you're done so we can show tomorrow of the cake and the dessert and the drink. That's super cool.
It is good to be friends with Martha today. Probably every day, but really today.
Well, Suzanne gave us her checklist. Okay, Suzanne's going to make coffee first.
Okay.
Then watch Bob and me right here while drinking that coffee. Then hit the road and off she goes.
Susanna, we are thrilled you're here, and we hope you're enjoying your coffee as we are doing this What's Brewing segment right now. Brandy checked in as well. Brandy is celebrating with this eclipse skeleton.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not sure exactly how many people have these things, especially an eclipse devoted skeleton. Got the glasses, got the representation of the eclipse right there on the sternum. A well-dressed skeleton, if ever there was one.
Okay, I love that some people have left these giant, I think that's a ginormous skeleton that people had up for Halloween, but they've been decorating them for Christmas.
It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year through, Jen.
I love it.
At least the skeleton's eyes will be safe.
That's right.
That's very critical. Very critical.
Important.
Yeah.
Okay, well, people have described seeing an eclipse as a life-changing experience, which is why many people are getting eclipse tattoos. Why not?
Okay.
And a tattoo shop here in Ohio is helping visitors make the eclipse a permanent memory. Inspired Studios in Cleveland is offering permanent reminders of totality at a discounted price. The shop's owners, they say the eclipse has united the community in a way that they've never seen before in that area.
It's something positive that we all can experience together as one human race. 50 years from now, like being in a nursing home, someone changing you, and they're like, well, what's that tattoo mean? And you're like, oh, back in 2024, the great eclipse.
Okay.
She did the voice.
She did. The tattoo shop will actually be, it's going to be closed today, but because of course they're going to be out watching it, but it will keep its eclipse sale going through all of next week. And of course, if you know anybody in town that's doing a similar deal, let us know and we'll spread the word.
Yeah, I kind of love the idea of doing that. I'm not a big tattoo person myself. Your husband is a big tattoo person, however.
He does them all for me.
Will he be getting an eclipse tattoo?
I don't think so. He's watching right now, and if he is, he can text me and let me know.
Yeah, Ryan, let us know immediately if you're going to do that. Another hot topic today, in addition to talking eclipse, of course, is the river flooding right now, because that river is crazy high. Take a look at this video, and a lot of credit here where credit is due. We found this over on Reddit from over the weekend. It was posted by the user Not Original. That's the user's name or handle, whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And I honestly thought the video was running backwards at first time I saw it. But no, it appears to show the riverboat right there seemingly struggling against that current right near the Roebling Bridge.
Wow.
Yeah, and take a look at how high that water is.
So
the level at the bridge. But you can see the paddle wheeler kind of kick in. It's the River Queen.
It never reaches the bridge, right?
It starts. They get that paddle wheeler starts to spin like crazy. They kick in and slowed it down, and I guess off it went. Right now, the Ohio River is in the action flood stage, but according to the National Weather Service, the river level will lower back to normal by the end of the week. On Good Morning Cincinnati, Caroline Cohen's been talking about it a lot. But if you think the river is bad now, take a look at this photo. It's courtesy of the Library of Congress.
Oh my gosh.
This is the flood from back in 1937. As high as that water looked on the Roebling. Yes. So that's almost the same view, right? Isn't that wild? That year, the river rose more than 80 feet. You can see it. It is almost touching the bottom of the Roebling Bridge. That's the highest ever crest in Cincinnati history.
That's
and I believe that would have been a little bit before they did all the stuff with like the Markland Dam and different things that helped to prevent those kinds of issues, I guess, from happening anymore. But doesn't it look like the video's running backwards?
That's the first time, because I was out of town last week, so I didn't get to see this. And
yeah, it's really
seeing it get that close to the bridge after Baltimore. I mean, not that would be the same scale, but still.
It does kind of take your breath away. So again,
kudos to them. Yeah.
Credit to Not Original there on Reddit for that video.
And to them for getting
the good captain for getting that propeller going and out of the way. Hey, the fun is far from over today. Just ahead, we've got Behind the Curtain. We got to check out some great shows that are on stage this week.
Yeah, and also, as I mentioned before, our friend and chief meteorologist
First
John Gum.
guest.
He's our first
Gummer.
guest, and he's joining us to talk about the eclipse. You get to see our new chairs we got. It's very exciting. And ARC Cincinnati. We're going to be right back.
And welcome back to ARC Cincinnati, everybody. Call a buddy, tell a friend if you're enjoying the program, for crying out loud, and if you're not, tell no one. Part of the new project here is a focus on the amazing performers and musicians that call the Tri-State home.
Yeah, here on ARC Cincinnati, we want to take you behind the curtain of some of the biggest stages around town, and we start today with a show at Music Hall.
What better place?
That's right. The Cincinnati Pops Orchestra is back with a concert called The Dream of America. The show celebrates America's status as a cultural melting pot in a land of immigrants.
Reminds me of my sixth grade musical at John Foster Dulles. We sang a song called Now What Do You Got? We got a great big melting pot. Actors from the Ensemble Theater, this will probably be slightly better than that, by the way, will be sharing real life stories from the Ellis Island archives. The concert will also feature local dance troupes who specialize in different cultural dances. There will be Bavarian polka dancers and Irish step dancers and a performance by the Greater Cincinnati Indian Community Choir. The Dream of America opens this Friday at Music Hall and runs through Sunday. Looks great.
The McGing Irish dancers, I'm told, will be there.
They'll be fantastic.
They perform with
always
us a lot.
are.
Yeah. They're great. Well, you can find fun under the sea.
Oh, easy.
This weekend at the Aronoff Center, the Cincinnati Ballet is adapting Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid. This is part of the ballet's family series. There will also be kids' activities in the lobby ahead of the show. The Little Mermaid runs Thursday through Sunday.
Pictures look great.
Look how beautiful.
Yeah.
There's always something good going on in town.
Did you see the newer version of The Little Mermaid? The Disney version that came out, the live action.
I never saw it.
Yeah,
and I need to.
I saw bits of it the other day, and it's funny because that's a different
Classic.
take on the Hans Christian Andersen. Do you say Hans or Hans? You like Hans or Hans?
I've always said Hans.
Hans? Okay.
I could be 100% wrong.
I think I try not to, because when I go Hans, I'm thinking Hans Gruber from Die Hard, and I like to think that Hans
totally
Christian
different.
Andersen is a much nicer guy than Hans Gruber, but anyway, that's just me.
That's neither here nor there.
Our time now is, we'll call it 8:14. It's the end of an era.
Are you okay?
I need some minutes to discuss. I am. End of an era at the University of Kentucky. We talk big coaching changes for Wildcat basketball.
Also, the belly flop heard round the world. We hear about an Olympic-sized mistake that it's going to be sure to make you smile. That's just ahead.
Sure, you could stop watching now, but let's be honest, you want to see more. So click some of those links, or better yet, go ahead and tap subscribe. That way you'll catch more content from Local 12.